Testing. Can you guys hear me? Trading view. All right. So let's get started. So let's start with a heat map. All right. So yesterday was another Powell strikes. Right. A huge bomb drop into the market, and everybody fucked. Fuck the puts. Fuck the calls. Right. So you can see the tech have been struck so hard, and a lot of things are red right here. And let me see. So for today, we still have a couple things very important, especially. We still have Fed Chair Powell testimony today at 10 a.m. So still need to be cautious. I mean, today instead of talking about this, I prefer to talking about more about how I analyze the market. So this is daily chart, 15 minutes chart. So yesterday, actually, not yesterday, actually Monday was a huge shooting star right here. Let me circle this one. So yesterday, actually, I mentioned even without Powell strike, the market will potentially drop after break this kind of day low. That's more like a confirmation for market drop. So that's like a confirmation. All right. So, however, I mean, he reminded the market the Fed is helping pushing inflation to its 2% target rate using its primary monetary policy tools, which is a Fed funds rate. Even though, I mean, this kind of talks kind of, scare the market and then make the market keep dropping. Before what he said, he made the speech, I was expecting the market drop to somewhere around this 4020 ish and it can bounce from here, right? That was my expectation. However, instead of the market dropping to 4020 ish and hold above this level, let me just show this level right here 4020 ish. That's the level I draw before. That's a confirmation, right? So instead of bumping up from somewhere here, the market actually tried to bounce somewhere here. You guys can see this huge inside bar on 15 minutes and a breakup, but just a trade back to this 8 and 21 EMA and it keep dropping, tried twice and it failed. Okay. So instead of bumping from here, the market directly, you know, drop to this kind of 3980-ish level and try to bounce here. Okay, that's actually what market do. Instead of bumping from this 4020-ish level, the market literally dropped to 3980-ish level. That's exactly market do yesterday. And instead of a market sell off, Powell also caused something very interesting. You guys can see XY. Let me just show you. US dollar. The US dollar surged while he talked, right? You guys can see this. Let me just zone this out a little bit. You guys can see this huge momentum moves on daily chart, right? So that's a huge moves on 15 minutes chart. 10 o'clock. While Powell went for testimony, US dollar just rocked to the moon, right? This huge breakup. And for the same thing, instead of US dollar surge, but also cause another thing, the gold kind of dropped. Gold to a US dollar kind of drop because now dollar worth more, and I mean now we kind of expecting unemployment rates and inflation cannot be controlled. That's a problem. And US dollar worth more. That's a way possibly Powell trying to control the inflation. And another interesting thing I'm trying to share is not just this whole market, not just today. I like to share a stock I mentioned yesterday, a stock I mentioned, which is AMD. AMD was absolutely interesting, right? Let's say daily chart for AMD. Give you a bigger picture for AMD will look like this, all right? That's how I feel about this one. And on daily chart, we can see a couple things. Trend line support, trend line resistance, and this is more like a uptrend move in my opinion. All right, this is more like a pivot, higher pivot lows. So I'm expecting the AMD will going higher in in the long run in long and midterm. So that's why I recommend AMD, and no matter for the fundamentals and or the tax, I'm expecting AMD going higher. And yesterday, even yesterday was very interesting. I mean, even yesterday, AMD still goes very positive. You guys can see this 50-minute chart. So we know couple nights from daily chart, so you can see the from this 50-minute chart still positive. You know, even some selling might happen at the noon, but still, holding above day low and trying to go up. So that's a positive sign for AMD, in my opinion. You know, very positive. And this line we can treat it as a short-term support level, and this is absolutely a trend line. You guys see that trend line? Okay, so still moving in a very positive way. So in my opinion, this kind of shooting star. I think this is shooting star doji. No matter it's red or green, it's a shooting star doji on daily chart. In my opinion, this kind of star is more like a trap. What kind of trap? It's more like a trap to make you sell that stock at this kind of level. Excuse me. It's more like a kind of a trap to make you fear the market gonna drop. So you better sell your positions here. So some tech buyers, some more buyers might get in. You know, the institution might get in at this point. So this kind of thing, in my opinion, is more like a trap. It's not a really shooting star. So talking about a shooting star, a lot of traders kind of frustrated about a candlestick analysis. Actually, it's not that hard. Okay, there's some trap in the market. You just need to familiar with couple indicators. Not every kind of indicators, but I mean you can familiar with MACD, familiar with moving averages, familiar with volume. You can use most of them, but you can only focus on one or two while trading. So that's a reason why I don't use a lot of indicators in my screen. My screen just look like this: moving averages, 8 EMA, 21 EMA, voting band, volume. That's it, and a candlestick. So candlestick literally can tell us a lot of story. I mean, this one is a trap. The reason for that, if this one happening somewhere around here, that's another story, all right? Happening somewhere here, like pivot high, that's another story. Because happening here, we can see couple things. First of all, we can see this is inside bar, inside day on daily chart, and we can see this bottom band upper level. So it's likely and also extended from 8 and 21 EMA. So no matter what, this guy likely to trade back. So that's more like a selling signals in short term. Okay. However, a shooting star here is not. If you ask me reasons, now it's still in 8 and 21 EMA zone, which is equilibrium area. The market sell off so hard, but this guy not, market give a huge red bar like this, huge energy selling off bar on daily chart. However, this guy, you guys can see this 15-minute chart still, still uptrend, still going uptrend in short term. You see, higher highs, higher lows. You see that? One, two, three, one, two, three. So which is way more positive compared to the market, in my opinion. So talking about the market today, actually we already know this kind of selling have a huge impact on the market, right? So everybody fear the Fed are gonna keep increase their interest rate and keep impose, hawkish tones in the market. However, I mean, do we have to sell off at this point? Even Powell will still going, testimony today at 10 a.m. I don't feel we have a lot of room to going down. This is a trend. This is trend 9 for the short-term downtrend a little bit from the 50-minute chart. Actually, you guys can see why I drew this. Clearly downtrend, trend 9, and at this point right here, this little point right here, that's a sign of breakup and confirm with volume. So that's way more positive. And also cause this kind of little gap right here. Little gap right here. However, yesterday's sell was completely fill out this gap, so this gap didn't exist anymore. And but hold above this 3980-ish level. So I'm seeing this kind of support level is kind of still a good sign for the overall market. So I'm still quite bullish on this market. I don't think that's the end of the world. Even Fed possibly will say something more hawkish to this market, but I don't think this will happen in 2 days or 3 days. Market won't crash in one day. That's my key or core opinion about this market. So I'm more expecting this market will do what? Will do something like this. Will possibly, you know, drop and retest this 3980 level and see if it can be held. Okay, if it can be held, okay, possibly popping up and go into this level, which is 4020ish, which is our prior support level. That's my resistance right now. So pop down, and I'm expecting holding above this straight night, which is 4,000, and it can make new highs. So that's might be a very good scenario for today, but it might be harder, most likely, because from the daily chart, normally from the daily chart, you cannot use this bar low as a known side of trade stop loss, right? So if you choose a long side of the market, you cannot simply use the red momentum bar low as your stop loss. You have to find something more. So that's the reason why I couldn't, buy in or get in maybe after market open. I will still need to wait. Wait what? Wait 10 a.m. So wait until Powell speaking. So 10 a.m. possibly we have some positive signals so we can do some correct like this, do some reversal trade like this. So even like that, I think we will still have a positive hammer doji on weekly chart. So far, the weekly chart is actually, in my opinion, for long term, is not bad. It's very bullish. Okay, this is weekly chart for the spikes. You guys can see that it's kind of bullish for last couple weeks, especially last week was very good actually. It's more like a confirm for this pivot lows. So it's like a confirmation. It's not the end of the road. Even with a lot of things happen, I still believe all factors have already priced in this market. So this is more like a confirmation, and this is a trend line. So let me just draw a trend line like this. Trend line resistance, trend line support. So that's literally what happened to this market. Okay, so it's still going upside. It's going uptrend. So that's not bad. But if the market drop, you know, drop below this, if the market, sometimes the market drop below this, and then that will be negative for the overall market. Okay, so this is a stop loss place for a couple swing trade positions. That's my stop loss at least for a couple swing positions. And another thing, so for a market doing this, in my opinion, I will add more on individual stocks like AMD or some tech stocks like chip stocks in this kind of place. All right. So for I'm expecting on weekly chart it will still go in like a PAMA bulls like this way, going up and keep making highs. Sometimes, eventually it will break up somewhere around here and making new highs. Okay. So that's what I'm expecting for mid and long term. That's my opinion about the market. And actually, I have been asked some questions about how to build up their trading system. It's kind of a complex problem. I have like people like ask me, hey, I have all my trading records, for the past 3 months, but I don't know what to do with it. It's actually very simple. You guys all use Excel, right? So first sort your Excel by absolute volume per trade and absolute percentage loss per trade, and take a look at the top 10 trades with top losses, whether the loss was due to bad luck or due to your own trading mistakes. For example, let me just make an example for that. So for the day, if yesterday, if you think it's time for long, right? However, everybody knows it's time for short. You want long this market. You think it's so positive, right? So you lose money on this trade and lose a lot of money. I mean, this was not bad luck. This was basic trading skills mistake. If you're still making a mistake like this, then you cannot talk about trading system. This is not trading system, all right? This is more like a lot of people saying, "Hey, I can still making some money by taking this part." I can still making some money on this part. This kind of little 15 minutes chart. I can still making money for this for 5 minutes. For let's say 5 minutes winner or 10 minutes winner. I can still do this. But this part, this kind of part game, that's not trading system. All right, that's basic trading mistakes. I mean, you just risk bunch a lot, right, and get just a little profit. I cannot even say that's a profit. Just to get back to your, just get a little commission from the trade, right? So that's not trading system. So you don't even master the basic trading skill yet. After you think you have already complete your trading skills, you think most of the trade lost because of your bad luck, then you should take a deep look because you cannot use bad luck to explain everything. Once, twice is okay, is acceptable, but not always. If you have always experienced bad luck, then there must be something wrong with your trading system, and that's something you need to working on. And after removing the trade with the biggest loss, and you find out you can immediately stabilize your returns or even have significant increase in total returns, that's good. And but that's just the first step. I mean, the second step is examine the number of successful trade This should include the trades that you have done, break even, and for short term or day trading, the key is to have a high success rate. So that's a key for success trading, day trading. I mean, if you can do break even in your trade, it's definitely worth trying. I understand that. So let's just make an example for that. Let's say this day. This day is particularly very easy for day trading. Reason. Let me show you the reason why this day was extremely easy for day trading. This was a nine-way draw before, right? And then that's a trend nine-way draw before. And we all got kind of knowing this kind of, even the nine-way draw was a bit lower than the market kind of lows. That's okay. But we know this guy is kind of close to the support level. That's information number one, right? Close to support level, and the market have this kind of gap, right? We can see a huge gap right here. We can see this huge gap right here. This kind of gap right here. So we have couple themes so far. Market open here, and we have the gap, right? That's information number one. We have gap, and there's volume, right? And we can see RR ratio. What is RR ratio? Let me explain that to you guys. So if you trade this doji, even it's not a hammer doji, it's just a single doji, red doji, possibly trigger something like that. But the potential rewards for this trade is you expecting this market going back to this 8 and 21 EMA areas. That's your potential rewards, right? So that's how you want this market being done. And where is your stop loss? That's a very good question. Even you get in this bar, I will still use a day low, which is 3928, as my stop loss for this trade. I will still use this one for my stop loss, right? So that will give me an extremely good R ratio. So back to our conversation about trading system. I mean, this trade will easily be complete your break-even trade. So you have to try this. This is very have high success rate and will complete your break even very fast. So that's a trade you should try. Even you because of fear or something else, you close your position somewhere around. Let me see. Let's see. Possibly somewhere here. Okay. Even because of fear or something, you close your position somewhere here. It's okay. It's okay, right? Because you tried. That's the best part. You tried this kind of thing. So that's number two. That's a way you should looking at this kind of way how to build up a trading system. If this kind of trade have 20% or over 30 or 40% of your total trade, then I think your trading system is okay. But the most important part is you have to look at the trade, which you could hold longer, but you didn't. Just the same example right here. You complete your break-even trade right here, right? You got in here, and that's your stop loss. You completed your break-even trade, and because of fear and you fear by this kind of bar, so you sell your position, and this kind of market, keep going up. You guys, as you guys can see, you couldn't get this part. You couldn't get this part because of fear. So that might be a thing you need to reflect and review on your trading records. That's something you have to think about on your trading records, right? So that's a way how you publish your trading skills and trading system, and so can help you to making stable profits from day trading. So that's a way. Sorry about I'm keeping going blah blah blah. So you guys have any questions about today's market or anything else? Actually, my assistant asked me how do you see OXY? OXY, all right. Let's go. OXY. By the way, Devin is a very nice guy. All right. OXY is a long term, you know, in my opinion, I already said about this a couple of times. This is trend 9, and this kind of part is more like this part is more like a confirmation to going down. So on daily chart, tell me the same story, right? This kind of thing. They trade back to 8 and 21 EMA and close to the trend line support now become the trend line resistance. So this kind of 62.50 ish becomes the resistance level for OXY. So I'm expecting, okay, all right? I'm just thinking this thing possibly will like go in something like correct back to this resistance and keep dropping, and after it will possibly will try in this level 54, right? That's 54. So $50, $54 ish, and then pumping up and try this 58 unless something significant changes a fundamental of OXY or the market turns good right now with something like that. I don't think there's anything can change the trend about OXY. Okay, so that's my opinion about OXY. Talking about the day trade, still same story. I mean, compared to AMD, you guys can see very clearly difference. This is more like um, head and shoulder kind of pattern on 15 minutes chart. Head and shoulder. Let me just show you where is head and where is shoulder. That's head, right? Shoulder, shoulder. That's head and shoulder pattern. So this head and shoulder pattern is more like a downside. Is more like a top kind of sign for day trade. So if you're looking to short this guy, so this kind of shooting star can be used. This 50-minute shooting star high, which is 61.65 spy. Give me 1 second. You can use this one to as your stop loss if you want to short this OXY. Spy actually tell the same story as what I mentioned about XPY, XPX, right? Spikes. So actually, I hope you're still there. Actually, like what I mentioned at the beginning, I think the yesterday's selling was more, aimed by Powell speaking, right? He speaks something hawkish about the interest rate, so cause the market kind of sell off hard. Okay, let me just change this line a little bit. Let's say 21 EMA, 8 EMA, and that's a 200 EMA. So we have the 3 EMA right here. So yesterday I was expecting, this is 15-minute chart for SPY. I was expecting, let me just draw a little kind of night here, 401-ish. What I was expecting yesterday was a SPY, after this kind of drop, that's a confirmation of the dropping down and selling off. But I was expect the market can hold above this $401-ish level and it can pumping up and trying to close somewhere around this $403, $404-ish. That's what's my expecting. However, Powell speaking kind of aimed the market fears, which caused a market sell off even harder. So instead of holding this level, the market dropped below and dropped to this $397-ish and pumping up. However, this is still good. Okay, it's not bad. You guys can see. Can you see this kind of gap right here? This kind of little gap right here. So this gap was happened last Thursday, right? That's huge momentum gap. So this 50-minute chart literally telling the story. Past 2 days, just taking out Thursday and last Friday's game. So far, still holding above this $397-ish level. So right now, what I'm expecting today, I'm expecting it's likely, very likely, the market will retest this $397-ish. Will retest. So therefore, I will not use yesterday's low as my stop loss. It will try to retest. So possibly after 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock, after Powell testimony or while he testimony, the market will popping up and try this kind of 398, 399-ish level and correct back and going up. Because in my opinion, I still think this market is overall bullish. Instead of market gonna crash and drop back to the $393-ish level again, I don't feel that way. Okay, I mean it's not that bad. For a weekly chart, I think it's still overall bullish trend. I already explained my opinion on spikes. So SPY is the same story. All right, sorry, I still think it's quite positive. On weekly chart, last week, this kind of hammer doji is more like a confirmation for the higher lows. So this one, I treated like a correction back to this 8 and 21 EMA areas. So I think it's okay. As long as the market hold above last week's low, I think the market will keep going up and making new highs in the future. So if you're trying to do some swing positions, I think today and tomorrow might be a good time to add some positions or open some new positions. That's my opinion about this buy. And any idea about CRWD? CRWD, let me see. Crowd strikes. Okay. Whew. Crowd strikes. Talking about literally same story, right? Talking about same story about it, reversal. Reversal, but reach pivot highs, trade back, but possibly will trade back to somewhere deeper around which around $110 ish, and trying to fill this kind of gap, which is pre-market already 133. That's very positive. If the pre-market if 133, then this way. But all but pre-market will be filled. Okay, will be filled at the first, possibly fill the gap, fill waiting the 8 and 21 EMA catching up and going up again. That's for CRWD. CrowdStrike is very good company about cyber safety. Very positive. Anything else? No. All right. So that's it for today. So if you're interested in my stream or interested in my idea, feel free to leave me comments, leave your thoughts, and remember to click my profile and join my Discord channel. And I will have floor success, on my channels. So as you guys can see, I have a Discord channel link on my profile, so you guys can join anytime you want. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you, everybody, and bye bye.